This meditation theme is one of nature, and you may notice that nature is a recurring theme in mindful practices. People will often say that they go to nature to clear their minds or to rejuvenate themselves, but we can also look to nature to glean some of the wisdom it has to offer. We can observe how nature behaves and how it compensates for the passing of time, the changing of the seasons, and the unexpected stormy weather. And that can be a metaphor of sorts with respect to our lives. Through this guided meditation, I invite you to join me in a place in nature that is the home of a tree. If you are feeling open to the concept, I would encourage you to embody the tree as we meditate. However, if that is something that you do not wish to do at this time, that's perfectly fine. Perhaps you would prefer to sit underneath the tree, leaning against its trunk, or stand in the clearing and observe. I'd like to remind people that the theory of gravity was discovered when Newton decided to take a few moments to simply relax under a tree in the shade. Always keep in mind that although I am the one guiding the meditation, the experience belongs to you and you have choice. The forest, the trees are all your choice and can look any way you like. Or perhaps, for this meditation, you may choose to focus on the words and let them resonate with you rather than the visuals. Should thoughts or feelings arise that you choose not to entertain in this moment, you can simply tuck them away for another time by refocusing your mind, perhaps by concentrating on my voice or your breath or even an object in the room. Our meditation will be approximately 15 minutes in length. You may choose to meditate with eyes open or closed, lying down, sitting, or standing. I think one of the first lessons that we can glean from our tree is that no two stand alike in the forest, but they are rooted in such a way that works for them. Strong, beautifully unique, and unapologetic. So having said that, I'd like to invite you now to take up a position that works best for you at this moment. We will begin our meditation with 1 bell and end with 3. Taking time right now, in this moment, to breathe. Just breathe. Breathing in and breathing out at a pace that is just right for you at this moment. Resting assured that where you are right now is exactly where you should be, knowing that there are no must-do activities right now, other than this gentle pause. This meditation takes us to a forest. This may be a forest from a recent or distant memory, or a movie or picture that you have seen before, or one that only grows within your mind's eye. But it is one that you find beautiful. And although you may never have seen it before now, there is a safe familiarity within it and a feeling of belonging. And breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Perhaps you may begin feeling the warm sunshine on your face, feeling the gentle breeze as it glides past you, listening to the sound 1,000 leaves make as they rustle together when nudged by this breeze, smelling the fresh moss and bright greenery that carpets the forest floor. Picturing now, in your mind's eye, a beautiful tree, one of the most beautiful trees that you have ever seen. Noticing how it seems to somehow stand out from the rest. It may not be the tallest tree in the forest or the oldest, but it is quite majestic. It's as if this tree has a gift to communicate the collective wisdom and lessons that nature has to offer, if one chooses to take a moment to listen. Just like us, this tree grows older with each passing year and the cycling of the seasons, having to adapt to the ever-changing and sometimes unpredictable climate, in much the same way we do with the changing climate that surrounds us in our own lives. This tree, unique in its own way, stands tall with the other quiet giants, a part of the totality that makes up the forest where it lives. Its many limbs and branches span out as if in a continuous stretch to fill whatever space it has, and to reach up towards the sun, daring itself each year to fill more space. Deep within the earth lies a labyrinth of roots serving as key to the tree's strength and stability. Roots so strong they are able to break through a rock foundation if it were to stand in its way. Always growing, spanning across and digging down, and yet not infallible. An overly rainy season can cause the roots to rot, lessening the tree's strength and stability. A reminder that even for the strongest, balance is paramount. And the health of this mighty tree begins with its roots. Roots not visible to the naked eye, making it impossible to calculate the expanse of the root system. No one knows how deep and how far these roots spread, not even the tree itself, until it is tested. By a change in the weather, perhaps a sudden windstorm or heavy rain, the roots enable the tree to sway with the weather instead of breaking in two, all the while being firmly planted deep in the ground beneath. There are several scars on this tree, where branches were torn off during a storm, or were simply not healthy and had to be discarded by the tree itself. Blemishes that have long since healed and pose no further threat to the tree, but rather serve as the residuals of experience and the living of life. It's midsummer in the forest. If nature was able to take a holiday and relax in a hammock, this would be the season. The sun is hot and shining at its brightest on top of the forest canopy, providing an endless buffet of energy to its leaves. Underneath, the forest bed is kept cool and moist, protected from the sun's scorching rays. Food is in abundance for all that inhabit the forest. There is no need to look too deep for something to eat, and, for the most part, the climate of this season is calm and predictable. The tree, having experienced so many summers past, appreciates this time of calm and abundance, the opportunity to watch life unfold and to host new life within its branches. There is an energy in the forest, a collective knowing that this is the time not to just merely survive, but to thrive. And the tree deeply breathes in the energy of abundance the forest radiates. Breathing in and breathing out. As the summer months wane, autumn begins to introduce itself to the forest. Gently at first, the warm breeze that was a welcome respite in the hot summer months has a bit of a chill to it now. The days seem to be a little shorter. Birds that added to their flock over the summer prepare to leave, and the absence of their song is noted, and the quiet is a reminder to focus, to plan, and to prepare for change. Animals that once spent lazy summer afternoons in deep slumber on the branches of the tree, or enjoying the cool shade on the forest floor, are now busy preparing for the winter that lay around the corner. They make their nests in the tree for warmth and begin to fill it with enough food to last until spring. The tree, too, knows what lies ahead. It must conserve its energy and rest through the unavoidable winter. The tree cannot support its lush green leaves through the bitter cold. It's too much. It must let them go. The leaves turn beautiful shades of red and gold before gently dropping to the forest floor, providing a harvest quilt of warmth for the tree's precious roots. And the tree settles into the forest, readying itself for winter, knowing it has a strong root structure to keep it grounded. And so it relaxes and it breathes. Breathing in and breathing out. The tree accepts the winter months without resistance, knowing that at times unpleasant, it serves a purpose and is part of the overall balance of nature. And so it rests, knowing that the bitter cold will eventually pass, as it does every year. The tree patiently waits for the spring to arrive. The forest is still. It's quiet. And yet, it still breathes, breathing in and breathing out, waiting. And soon, the sun begins to shine, a little longer and a little brighter. Its rays warm the forest floor, and the snow melts. The harvest quilt that provided warmth has decomposed under the weight of heavy snow and ice. Now, it provides much anticipated nourishment to the tree's roots and the young saplings that lay just beneath the surface, ready to burst forth, creating a new blanket of bright green on the forest floor. Having accepted the winter months as part of the cycle, not fighting it, but instead resting and waiting, knowing that spring will eventually arrive again. The forest is alive with growth. Animals wake up from a long slumber and birds fly home. The tree can once again begin to thrive. And breathe in the energy of abundance. The tree breathes deeply, breathing in rhythm with your own breath. Breathing in and breathing out. One inhale and one exhale at a time. Let's take a few moments now in silence to linger in the forest as we prepare to come back to our practice space, knowing that your tree will still be standing tall whenever you should choose to return to the forest. And preparing now to bring your awareness back to your practice space. Perhaps you are beginning to hear and feel the sensations around you. Perhaps bringing awareness to a part of your body and its connection to the floor or bed or chair that supports you. Wiggling fingers or toes, and at the sound of the 3 bells, opening your eyes to welcome in the rest of your day or evening.